What's happening YouTube? More motivation here. So you've been training for many years and you still don't see your abs. Let's talk about 5 reasons why I don't see your abs today. I got some notes and we'll talk about each point, and hopefully by the end of the video it gives you more answers and steps to help you see your abs eventually. So the first one I have on my list here is drinking calories, okay? I know drinking calories by itself can be the reason, but at the same time, this is something that a lot of people struggle with. By that, I mean you don't know how many calories you're eating per day because of how much you're drinking. When it comes from things like pop, alcohol, juices, loaded with a lot of sugar, additives, and stuff that makes digestion not function properly and keep waste inside your body, increase your blood sugar levels, and hold on to more liquids in your stomach, and make you gain more body fat, then taking it away helps the process even more. If you commit to drinking just water for the entire year, not drinking your calories, I can guarantee you lose 5 to 10% of your body weight just by doing that. It goes to saying how much people drink their calories. Okay? Coffee doesn't count and tea doesn't count if you don't add like milk and sugar and stuff in it. But a lot of people drink a lot of calories, and it's hard to track because when you drink calories, you don't get automatically full from it. You actually want to drink more, especially when it's a sugary drink. That isn't that great for you. So I challenge you to replace all the calories you're drinking with water, and you'll see major differences, not just in having a flat stomach, but in weight loss, clarity, and so much more. Number two, you don't actually have the muscles underneath the fat. So a lot of people will be doing hours of cardio, be in a calorie deficit for a long time, lose a bunch of weight, have a flat stomach, but they cannot see their abs. This is because you don't actually have muscles there, okay? Doing a bunch of cardio and losing a bunch of weight doesn't mean that you'll see the muscle underneath. If you have muscle underneath fat, when you lose fat, you see it, right? The same thing with your core. The core is a muscle as well, which goes to my next point. You're not actually training it, or you're doing incorrect exercises for it. A lot of people only do planks and Russian twists, all that. You need to train your core with weights also, just like you would for your bicep, for your tricep, for your quads, glutes, hamstring, other muscle groups. It's a big muscle, your core. And your core is not just in front, but it's also your lower back. So making sure to do the correct exercises, making sure to train down weights, making sure to have a dedicated day you pick to train your core. Okay? One of the reasons why I don't see your abs, especially if you already have a flat stomach, is because you don't train them. And if you train them, you do exercises that aren't effective anymore, and exercises that don't challenge it to grow into what you want to see. So that's another one. The next one on my list here is your body fat percentage is too high for you to see your abs, okay? It's not just gonna be your abs, but it's gonna be a lot of muscle that you built. When you have high amounts of body fat, it's gonna cover the muscle underneath, obviously. So a couple of things to help you get in a calorie deficit, like I said in the first one, replacing all the calories you drink with water, making sure you know what your body needs to maintain its body weight, and from there, doing more activities, eating more at home, increasing your protein intake so that your body has to increase its body temperature to digest food, which makes you burn more calories. Adding HIIT cardio here and there, adding weight training, heavy, moderate, 4 days a week at least. You have to create a deficit to lose that body fat. And depending on how much muscle you already have, you can generally see your abs at a higher body fat percentage the more muscle that you have. But if your body fat percentage is too high, you won't see the muscles underneath. And I go back to saying this, you still have to train to have those muscles in the first place and then lose the fat after. So that's a good one right there. Your body fat percentage is too high, that's why I cannot see any of your muscles. And another thing too, certain parts of your body will hold more body fat than the other. In a lot of guys, it's going to be their quads and hamstring. For a lot of women, it's going to be in their lower body, generally their buttocks area, quads. And for a lot of guys, correction is their belly area. So just to keep in mind, that's why when a lot of guys age, they seem to get a bear gut, right? A lot of guys hold body fat more there in your face. But for women, it's generally the lower body because they have to give birth later on. So those are things to keep in mind. The last one I have here is genetics, okay? This is the last one, and this is because we all have different capabilities. We're all gonna look differently. We all have gone through different things. If you are somebody that was overweight and lost a bunch of weight and you have a bunch of loose skin, I'm sorry for you, it's gonna be a lot harder and you may not ever see abs. But for somebody that is super skinny, you can build yourself up to seeing a six-pack easier than the person that had to lose 100 pounds. So this is the sad part about it. But for the generic population, this doesn't apply. But for a lot of people, this applies genetics. But that doesn't mean you cannot have a flat stomach. You can have a flat stomach. All these things I said here, you can have a flat stomach with. And when it pertains to men versus women, it's going to be different. For women, generally, you will have to lose a lot more to see your six-pack because women hold more body fat than men because they have to give birth after. But they have to, right? But just keep everything I said in mind. Especially the genetics one. It's one that's really unfortunate, but it's out of our control. But all I can say to review is make sure you replace the calories you're drinking with water. Make sure that you actually have muscle that you want to see, okay? From there, you need to have specific exercises to work those muscles, especially your core, because you could be doing exercises, but they can be not effective anymore or not actually helping that muscle grow so that you'll be able to see it. Next one is body fat percentage is too high, so make sure you're doing things to create that deficit so you lose enough body fat to see the muscle that you earned or that you built. And the last one, genetics, unfortunately. Okay, but I don't want you to use that as an excuse though. You can still follow step 1 to 4, right? Those are just things to consider, right? But you can still have a flat stomach. You can still see other muscle groups, okay? This video, I'm just talking about the abs area. But don't use that as an excuse to not fry. You know what I'm saying? Fry first before you hit the pause button. All right, and those are 5 reasons why you don't see your abs. So thank you so much for watching this video. If the videos are helping, please do the honors and click the like button. It's free to click. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you want to see in the future. It's onto my eye right now. Let me know what you want to see in the future. That way I can make more videos to help you. Okay? These videos don't help me, they help you. And I just need to know they're helpful. So click that like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next video. God bless you. Like always, get better every day. Optimize yourself. I'll see you next time.